Hey everyone, how's it going today? Lamoura here, and welcome back to yet another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. This time we are starting through patch 2.2 through the Malestrom. We have about 19 quests to do, one trial, and that's it. So a lot of this is going to be more story focused. Let's get into it. So in order to start this one, well, first off, we need to... Well, I guess we can do it once we're outside, if I remember. I was going to eat my eggs, but I can't summon a minion in here, so we'll take care of our other stuff later. Anyways, Minfilia, what do you have? Still Waters. Minfilia has a new assignment for you.
Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Ajamina and Sons mineral concerns. Amagina? Yeah, I guess so.
It would appear their storehouse in Horizons has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seemed in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant qualities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply.
The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest, but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the brass blades to realize their mistakes.
Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Yerstola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. Me too, Minfilia, me too. Honestly, another primal threat this quickly? It would be a damn shame. Well, in any case, so we need to go over to Horizons for this one. I thought we would be done in Horizons, but apparently not. It's okay. Hopefully we won't have to be doing it for too much longer. Okay, so now that we're here, as much as I love this little flying eye, he really is one of my new favorites here. Look at that, I love that pose. It's so cool. We're going to make sure Momo has some time. We're going to hit our minion roulette. See who we get today. Oh, the Warrior of Light. Oh, that's really cool. I love the wind-ups. They're really fun. Okay, in any case. And then we're also going to eat our boiled eggs. So that we can continue on getting the most amount of XP that we could possibly ever want. Alright, as we're here, our gear is doing okay. So I just realized that on my way there, Yerstola is actually here in Horizons, not at the Waking Sands. That's my bad. I get so used to doing certain things that I didn't even realize what I was doing wrong till it was too late. Are Yerstola my girl?
Nia, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Fuflupa. He is the officer in charge with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he relayed to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. There you are. Trying to figure out where I needed to go in order to talk to this person. Alright, cool. Just want to be sure there's nothing around here that I think I need. I don't think so. As far as like unlock quests or important like side missions that may unlock something I want. Oh, hello there. Nia, was it? Yerstola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... but never mind that. I have news to share.
A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. Alas, my colleagues had no mounts with which to give chase. However, our scouts have reported seeing a cart of the same description bound for eastern Thanalan. These could be our thieves, don't you think? We must inform Y'shtola at once. Well, I mean, I have a mount. I could just go chase after him instead of bouncing back and forth and telling one person to tell another person to tell another person. A speeding carriage? That would seem curious. That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proven cunning. Yet the Amaja do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. Thancred is already afield with the unit of brass blades. I shall instruct him to take up position at the east of Beastman encampment. Pray join him there. We're gonna go meet up with my boy Thancred? Dude, I'm totally there. Let's just double check here. Where are we supposed to be going? So far I'm not seeing it. So that means that we need to go to eastern Thanalan, which is in relation to my current position quite far away because I'm over here. So I'm just gonna teleport there. Okay, we are looking for Thancred. He is further out. So he's not in town, he's further outside of town. Probably not the best way for me to be going, but I guess in the end it doesn't really matter which way. It all leads outside, right? As long as it goes up. That's all I really care about. So I just got a new mount as for my other character, and it is probably one of my favorites. Not because of a cool mount, like its coolness factor for its looks. It's just a white horse with a blue mane. I guess you get it for defeating Shiva, Extreme, or Savage, or something like that. I guess there's one for each of the primals, like Garuda, Titan, Ifrit, or something like that. But the Shiva one that I got has some dope music that goes along with it. Holy crap, dude. It's like an actual like song with lyrics and everything. It is so sick. Anyways. Nia, for once it is you who is fashionably late. We seized the errant carriage and its excitable coachman not long ago. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The blades were calling it one of the greatest... sadly not. The coachman had no hand in the crystal staffs, but judging by my survey of their encampment, neither did the Amalja. But let's discuss this in Y'shtola's presence, shall we? I will see you back in Horizon. That was a waste of my time? What? We could have just waited for Thancred to come by? Like, that was the most useless... We didn't even go investigate anything. I swear, sometimes these games, you know? But anyways, here are Thancred and Y'shtola together. Against all expectations, it would seem the Amalja are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go through such lengths to obtain crystals in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motives were profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it may be, I shall inform Urianger of our progress, or lack thereof. So what am I supposed to do?
Now then.
I wasn't expecting voice acting.
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
And at this point is the introduction of the race Al-Ra. Now, I'm not quite sure if this is an introduction as in the far as you can now play this race, make a character of this race, or if this is just the introduction to the race so that in future DLCs or expansions, that's when they add those characters in. In any case, Thancred, a final temptation. Thancred wishes to discuss how to proceed with the investigation. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of better suggestion, I say we try picking Fuflaplubla's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Alright, where was he again? Oh yeah, that's right. Fufulupa. Okay, as long as we get it. Fufulupa. And what of the brass blades of the rose? Can you say for certain that none were involved? To be honest, I cannot. I have done my utmost to purge the corruption from our ranks since Captain Baldwin was brought to justice, but those who remain, well, let's just say that they are many who want to exceed their wealth. I fear the presence of a traitor would go some way to explain how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long. It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded for Fufulupa. Indeed, if, for reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plan would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Ah, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as willy as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhaps not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let's say, a lone Makote miner traveling without escort so as to not attract undue attention. But who? Ah, I see. Well, the concern may well elect to do that, but travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhaps north of the bridge to Hammerlia. A fine spot for a rest. Would you not agree, Nia? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. I have no problems with that. If it means that I'm going to get a little rough with some people, you know your girl Nia's all over it. So let's go a little bit more through Horizon's edge here and see where it is we need to lie in wait. Thankfully these desert PSDs or whatever, PSDs, are level 10, so we don't need to worry about them aggroing. Alright, so we're standing watch, waiting for our would-be thieves to come through and make a mistake. And somehow, like always, they came through. I'm going to make sure that we summon Titan as well, just so that we can get this done a little bit quicker. These guys are still pretty weak in comparison to me. I am quite much higher level than them, so these fights are relatively easy. Oh, there's some more. Alright. Man, that tab targeting can be a monster sometimes. Just like when it doesn't want to work. Alright, so I don't want to use my Eggy Assault. because that would have gotten that Midge Swarm to be part of our fight. And not that I can't take it down, but it's just like, ugh, why? Alright, is that everyone? Yep, I believe that's everyone. Let's go talk to Yastola. Oh my god, is that a new outfit, Yastola? You're looking so good in that. Seeing your arms bare. Oh, and their little mining hat has a spot for their ears. That's really cute, actually. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed? A gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there is a first for time for everything. I really like Yastola. I don't know why I'm seeing her in a new light here. She was too covered up in a way. I know that sounds really weird, but seeing her arms and her shoulders like that and her cute little tail, I love it. Sea wolves, all of them. Aye, and with the same taste in facial tattoos, blue in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizons, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Fufulupa will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. Yastola, can you wear something like that? A vest with cut-off sleeves more often? Super cute. I guess we've never really seen her tail either. Like, we get the... I like how she has more cat-like eyes compared to other ones, but you never really get a good look at her tail. And that's sad. That's like a Mikote mainstay. Okay. Fufulupa. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. Ah, but we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then, by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. Ah, no. I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he, managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to disdain him, and make good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling the somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea wolf, Lemontian born and raised, I believe. But do not worry. We will find him, and you have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me appraised on any developments. Yes? She's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You may try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Alright, Final Temptation is complete. And with that, we are requested elsewhere. So, it's telling me... Oh, it's Thancred. Why? Okay. I thought we needed... Okay. I guess we were needed elsewhere. Thancred's going to tell us where to go. Thancred has information on your next assignment, the Mother of Exiles. The antecedent bid me to tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alfino awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I'm not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alfino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade, and when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Alright, so Vesper Bay. Thankfully, it's not a far walk from here, so we'll go there. In the meantime, in between episodes, I haven't been doing as much grinding as I thought I would originally be. I thought I would have full-on ironwork gear already, like even the accessories here. But I'm getting so close to where my other character has left off that it's just, I'm almost sitting there like, why? What's the point? Do I want to spend as much time grinding, doing the Praetorium and whatnot all over again, 45 minutes each? It's just like, it's a lot to deal with. So right now my character's only level 89. My item level, I should say, is only level 89. It should, at this point, be around like 117, but I'm not having any trouble with the content yet, so I'm kind of slowly getting there. You are late. No matter. I know where our visitor is headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belonged to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma? Yes? In Orthard? Sure. Well, like the rest of the nations in the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitor's unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Oldania. Unless I am mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan sworn on the royal pomade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some. What a weird sentence. And if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of unforeseen diplomatic incidents? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. Repartee. I don't know what that is. Clothing or face? Teeth? I don't know. My smile? So we need to fast travel over to Ul'dah now. Unfortunately... Oh, 96 skill. Yes! Don't need to spend much. Alright, so I transported myself over to the Chamber of Rule. This should be where we need to go if we just head up over here. The Royal Pomade is right up these steps. I'll just sprint a little bit, get there a bit faster. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart, I know his kind well. I hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alfino Lavillere, or whatever his name is, at your service, a friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endeavor yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate in the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Quick thinking there, Alfino. Quick thinking. Okay, so the quicksand. Can I get here? Can I get there from here? Quicksand. I don't think so. I'm just gonna travel outside, because if I just go to the steps of Old, I can just walk there pretty fast. So I'm just gonna go. I don't travel around Ul'dah nearly enough to know my way around here. The place can be a little bit of a maze, but I guess for someone who's used to it, it's pretty easy. I don't know. It's just not for me. So we'll just go the way that we know, which is out and around and walking through the sun. Oh, he's already got a nice little table reserved for us. Isn't that sweet?
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we aspired an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
And there it is, the little quick backstory that we've heard. Yugiri. If I may say, madam, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for some several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Good madame, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. I don't know what I can do, but maybe I could buy you a meal or two? Oh wow, that's a tall... Is that an elephant? Yeah, I guess it is. You don't see someone nearly as tall as I am, unless they're playing like a female Rogadin, which also you don't see often. Hales, why didn't you say so sooner, Nia? Of course I'll help you. You couldn't have picked a better day, to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, see? But just sent word they cannot come, meaning I have a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance, haha. Go on, call the Friedrich and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Waking Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Ugh, almost flubbed it up there. That's a cute little Makote. Alright, who and where am I going? So the Sapphire Exchange, which is the... Is there a better way out of here? I always get confused and turn around. I'll just go out the way I know. Sapphire Exchange is the merchant strip here that we always seem to go to in Gridania. I don't often go to the one in Ul'dah. So the Sapphire Exchange Avenue. Very much like most places, this is locked behind a loading screen, so I would have had to sit behind one anyways. Might as well just do it through the teleportation. Catherine? My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhaps you misheard her instructions? No, I definitely didn't. I have a letter. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. Don't be rude. They could possibly be your new neighbor. She's in the business of feeding refugees. Oh, Jesus, hold on. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mrs. What? That's still technically there? Whatever, I'll just keep it up here. Ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. That's why you're not the one who's in charge there, dude. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Dude. Super rude. Why am I just clicking on all of my freaking menu items right now? Like, I can't do anything. Okay, so go talk to Momodi. I'll just show you. We'll run back. This is the loading screen that I was talking about. You can't just walk from one end to the other of Ul'dah. Again, I still wish that it was one of those things that you could... Not me, but that... Well, yeah. I guess I wish that you could walk from one end to the other without loading screens, but I wish that the developers would phase out the loading screens, not that the PS3 isn't a thing that they have to support. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go tell Lady Yagiri it's all in hand. I can't wait to deliver the good news. I dare not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience. Before the Sultanate and Syndicate both, we should return to the royal prominence at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. The small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate that the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unplausible will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the royal promenade. Alright, time to go back. Let's see here. Once again, if we exit out the way that we came, I guess I could go to the Adventurers Guild one. That should be like right out here. If we go to this one and then go to the Chamber of Rule, we'll be there in no time at all. Alright, let's just work our way around. Once again, I wish it was a little bit closer, but having it on the other side of the Royal Promenade actually kind of makes sense. But hey, sometimes you just want less walking. That's just me. A pleasure, Nia. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
I, Yugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Domar, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, Little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
The Mother of Exiles is now complete. We can choose some dyes if we wanted to. I'm going to take the bronze pieces just so I have some more gold. And with that, I'm going to end this episode here. I want to thank you all for joining me so far. I hope you have been enjoying the episodes I've been bringing to you and are looking forward to the rest. I'll see you all later. Peace out and much love to you.